In 1863, the stakes changed. Lincoln issued the Emancipation Proclamation. Technically, it only freed slaves in the rebellious South, places where Lincoln had no power yet. But practically, it was a masterstroke. It turned the Union Army into an army of liberation. Crucially, it kept Britain and France out of the war. They wanted Southern cotton, but they couldn't support a war for slavery once Lincoln made it public. The South took a massive hit, not from the enemy, but from friendly fire. Their erratic genius, Stonewall Jackson, was accidentally shot by his own men in the dark. Robert E. Lee lost his right-hand man. Desperate for a knockout blow, Lee decided to invade the North again. He marched into Pennsylvania. He ran into the Union Army at a little town called Gettysburg. For 3 days, they fought the bloodiest battle in the Western Hemisphere. It ended with Pickett's Charge, a doomed, suicidal march of Confederate soldiers across an open field directly into Union cannons. Lee was crushed. He retreated to Virginia, never to invade the North again. Literally 1 day later, out west, Ulysses S. Grant captured Vicksburg. This gave the North control of the Mississippi River. The Confederacy was now sliced in two. Texas beef couldn't get to Virginia soldiers. The anaconda was squeezing tight. Lincoln finally found his fighter. He promoted Grant to run the whole war. People complained that Grant drank too much whiskey. Lincoln famously replied that he should send a barrel of that whiskey to his other generals, because Grant was the only one winning. Grant's strategy was brutal math. The North had more men. If he kept attacking, even if he took heavy losses, the South would run out of soldiers first. Then General William Tecumseh Sherman took a walk. Sherman's march to the sea. He cut his communication lines and marched through Georgia, destroying everything. He burned crops, twisted railroad tracks around trees, and burned Atlanta. He wasn't just fighting an army, he was breaking the South's will to exist. He brought the pain of war to the front door of the civilian population. By 1864, the war had turned into a preview of World War I. Trenches, snipers, mud. The South was starving. Their money was worthless. A wheelbarrow of Confederate dollars couldn't buy a loaf of bread. In April 1865, the Union broke through and captured the rebel capital, Richmond. The end came in a private home in Appomattox Courthouse. Robert E. Lee surrendered to Grant. It wasn't a humiliation. Grant allowed the Confederate soldiers to keep their horses for the spring planting. He ordered his men not to cheer. He said, "The war is over. The rebels are our countrymen again." The celebration lasted 5 days. On April 14th, John Wilkes Booth, a Southern sympathizer, crept into Ford's Theater and assassinated Abraham Lincoln. The man who saved the Union didn't live to see the peace. The Civil War killed 750,000 Americans. It destroyed the Southern economy and ended slavery, freeing 4 million people. But it left a messy, angry wound called Reconstruction that would take a century to heal, if it ever really did. Before the war, people said the United States are a republic, plural, a collection of friends. After the war, we said the United States is, singular, one block of granite forged in fire. We stopped being a group of states and became a nation.